Well, good morning to you. We do have some showers working across areas by Prairie du Chien right now. More about that coming in just a minute.
And a scam warning in Alaska will tell you what officials say to watch out for. Day 6 of the Israel-Iran conflict underway. President Trump now weighing whether the U.S. should join the strikes. And a procession for the slain Minnesota lawmaker and the heartbreaking detail about their family pet. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. It is Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. We know we've got some super hot temperatures coming this weekend, but what about today? What can we expect out there today, Art?
Hey, believe it or not, we're actually on the cooler side of things right now, taking it down a couple of degrees here or there. We'll also find ourselves getting some early AM showers and possibly PM storm activity, which is a lower chance of that occurring. We'll see the same thing coming in for Juneteenth tomorrow, as well as portions of that coming late night showers, and then again for Friday. Right now, you have some showers working across Prairie du Chien right now, and they're exiting out as we go into areas by Fenimore as well, and then track over to Madison, and up and out they go. We do have severe weather mostly to our east. As you get into Milwaukee, they have a low risk for severe weather. Chicago, they have a slight risk for severe weather, and that crosses the lake, as you can see there as well. So we're good as far as this is concerned. In fact, Eau Claire is to the point where they may not see anything today at all, possibly as we finish out in the evening hours where that late night storm activity may coming in from the northwest. So we'll also see a very low chance for them. La Crosse has a better chance, about a 20% chance, getting to a 40% chance later on into the evening hours, and then that too will begin to pick up going into the nighttime. You can see these showers kind of crossing, most of which are tracking to the east and causing more showers and storms there. Light stuff continues to move in our forecast range here locally as we finish out going into Thursday. Not much is happening, is finishing out there as well. So we'll go into it. You can see the showers that are out there right now. So when I come back, I'll have a better overview of how this all shapes up for your day. So please stick around.
Thank you, Art. This morning, a major decision for President Trump. Sources say he's considering whether the U.S. should join Israel in strikes against Iran in an effort to stop Iran from building a nuclear weapon. Taking a live look at Tel Aviv this morning, the president has claimed control over Iran's skies. CBS News' Jared Hill has more from New York.
Day 6 of the Israel-Iran conflict, and sources tell CBS News President Donald Trump is weighing whether the U.S. should join Israel's strikes on Iranian nuclear sites. A major focus, the deeply buried Fordow facility.
Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple.
Yesterday, the president met with his national security team in the Situation Room. The same day, he posted on social media, quote, "We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran," and praised U.S.-made defense systems. To date, Trump administration officials have said the U.S. is not involved in Israel's attacks, though the U.S. has been helping Israel fend off Iranian counterstrikes. Israel's military says it struck a centrifuge production site as well as several weapons production sites in Iran overnight. Meanwhile, sirens blared as explosions blasted over Israel, the country's Iron Dome intercepting Iranian missiles. Iran's supreme leader has vowed to show no mercy. President Trump, in a social media post, offered a direct warning, writing the U.S. knows where the supreme leader is hiding, calling him an easy target, though adding, "We are not going to take him out, at least for now." On Capitol Hill,
I'm hoping the president will not get involved with the war.
lawmakers from both parties are now pushing to vote on measures limiting President Trump's ability to order strikes on Iran.
The State Department created a Middle East task force to help U.S. citizens and diplomatic missions. The agency has issued a do not travel warning alert for Israel and Iran. And 48 hours before Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman was tragically killed, she expressed hope for people to talk more and spend less time online. Danny Spewak spoke with Hortman that day and has more from one of her final interviews.
After finishing the state budget, Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman invited me into her office last Thursday for a customary post-session interview.
Okay, Representative Melissa Hortman, Speaker Emerita.
Great. Our conversation largely focused on how the divided legislature managed to complete a budget.
When we were putting together the budget deal, I wasn't thinking a lot about politics or elections. I was thinking about what is the best deal we can put in place for the state.
Toward the end, though, we changed the subject to social media and how parties use them in campaigns.
Is that something you've made a concerted effort with, or?
Yeah, well, I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm a little bit older than the generation that's really good at social media. It's interesting to me, I wonder if social media didn't just peak a year or two ago and people are starting to talk to each other again, because I think we've all figured out that on social media, what you see is a reflection of your smallest social circle. So my hope is there's going to be a little bit of a resurgence of more mainstream media, but also just people having conversations with each other and not staring at their screens.
That answer is particularly enlightening given what happened after her assassination less than 48 hours later. In social media posts, Republican U.S. Senator Mike Lee of Utah seemed to make light of Hortman's murder, with references to Marxists and Governor Walz. Lee has since taken the post down after members of the media and Minnesota's U.S. Senator Tina Smith confronted him on Capitol Hill.
This is not a joke. And he needs to understand over 7 million people dialed into his message on social media. He has a powerful platform. He should not be using it to spread misinformation.
Minnesota Republicans also widely denounced Lee, including State Representative Harry Niska, one of the top Republicans in the House. Senator, I agree with you on many issues, but this is a very bad take on so many levels, he said. You should reconsider this one. Speaking more broadly about political rhetoric, Republican State Senator Zach Duckworth also called on everyone to do better.
Seek to take the temperature down, be very mindful of the words that we use, the things that we say, and just remember at the end of the day, we're all neighbors, we're all Minnesotans, we've all got families and loved ones, and let that be what we see first.
Which goes back to what Melissa Hortman said about social media last week in one of her final public statements.
I think we've had a phase of an addiction as a society to these little screens, and people are tired of it and breaking away from that, and I think that's healthy.
A procession was held yesterday for the slain couple. They were transferred to a funeral home in the Twin Cities. Meanwhile, mourners continue to leave notes at a memorial inside the state capitol. The couple's golden retriever, we're learning, was also killed in the attack. Funeral details have not yet been released. One of two men accused in a Winona drive-by shooting appears in court today. Kamari Jatovan Jordan is accused of being one of the shooters in the May 24th drive-by. Police say 3 homes were hit then. A family was watching TV when bullets hit their house. Nobody was hurt. The other suspect appeared in court Monday. Jordan is expected in court at 1:45 today. And if you see police near Cotter schools in Winona, don't be alarmed. Law enforcement and school officials are conducting safety training at St. Nicholas Hall. You can find more details on Cotter Schools' Facebook page. In La Crosse, veterans can get 2 free Riverfest buttons this week. Bring your proof of status to the County Health and Human Services building. The buttons provide full access to all Riverfest activities. They're available Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30 while supplies last. An email scam in Onalaska is targeting your money, and it's so convincing officials are warning residents. People there say they're getting emails claiming they owe the city thousands of dollars. The email includes an invoice asking for a wire transfer. The scam uses real employee names and the city's logo. The IT director says scammers are using real information from meeting agendas to trick people.
This one is really difficult, even from an email standpoint. The only reason why you would notice that it's not one of our emails is our emails always end in onalaska.wi.gov. This email ended in @usa.gov.
Something to watch out for there. And the city says at least 4 people so far have reported receiving this email. Wisconsin Supreme Court unanimously siding with Attorney General Josh Kaul. All 7 justices struck down lame duck laws requiring legislative approval for civil settlements. The 2018 laws let the legislature's budget committee approve any settlements Kaul's office makes. Conservative Justice Brian Hagedorn wrote the legislature can't control litigation the AG legally undertakes. Kaul says the ruling will help his office more efficiently resolve cases, including consumer and environmental protection lawsuits. And West Salem saying no to parking limits on South Leonard Street. The village board rejected a 2-hour parking limit proposal. The ordinance aims to balance parking for businesses and customers between Hamilton and Elm Streets.
A quick tattoo takes about 2 hours. A lot of my clients take longer than that, and they need a place to park. I haven't had problems in the last 27 years I've been tattooing, and I haven't had problems at all. But if there is a problem, I'm willing to deal with it, and that's why I'm here tonight.
Village Administrator Teresa DeLong said the $75 fine was for compliance, not revenue. Minnesota awarded Winona a $550,000 grant to help build a new outdoor skate park. Zach Crage owns Winona's Anthem Skate Park. He has a partnership with the city and manages its indoor park. He's been a strong advocate for Winona getting a free outdoor skating option.
The park is going to be a city park run by the city. It just so happens to be next to the indoor park, so it's conveniently going to have year-round skateboarding.
According to the Winona Post, outside of the usual ramps, the park will also include bike racks, drinking fountains, and shade covers. The time now is 6:09. Still ahead on your morning news, some pistachio cream sold in Minnesota is being recalled. The Senate passing its first crypto bill, and TikTok could stay on app stores a little longer more. And the Federal Reserve set to vote on whether or not they'll raise interest rates today. We'll tell you how overseas conflict could affect that decision. And for now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. The Florida Panthers are NHL champs for the second straight year. They crushed the Edmonton Oilers 5-1 in Game 6. Sam Reinhart scored 4 goals, including 2 in the third period. Edmonton not making it on the board until the final 5 minutes, which was unfortunately too late. And as you wake up this morning, we'll take a live look at where the celebrations are probably still going on. Miami, Florida. You see the sun is out celebrating as well, home of the new Stanley Cup champions. All right, stay with us. We're back after this.
Don't wait for better water. With Maxwell White Water Conditioning, you get water you will feel good about with every sip, every bath, every day. And easy financing to make it happen now. Call today and start enjoying better water tomorrow.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Atlas Pinnacle shingles prevent black streaks with Scotch Guard Protector by 3M for the life of the roof. Available in 13 stylish colors. They feature enhanced hail impact resistance, and their super wide design helps save on installation time and labor. Save big and get an 11% rebate with all Atlas shingles. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
The 30% solar tax credit could end in 2025. If you want to install solar on your residential or commercial property and receive this tax credit, call 608-780-2347 to get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy today.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Now, get $4,250 cash allowance, plus $2,250 in trade assistance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP.
Find comfort in your world in a stressless recliner. Take a time out, have a seat, and enjoy a special offer from Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Save in an instant on stressless furniture at Drury's in Fountain. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless recliner, sofa, or sectional, designed with the world's most innovative comfort features. Don't wait. It's time for stressless. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi and clearer skin, I'm all in. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
With Skyrizi, nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi today. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Tired of hard water and harsh chlorine? Maxwell White Water Conditioning brings you the all-new Dual Media Water Softener. Say hello to softer skin, luxurious hair, and water that feels amazing. Call Maxwell White today, where better water starts here.
Well, good morning to you. Once again, showers moving out of the area. Some storm activity starting to come back into effect now, working west across the river towards Prairie du Chien. So folks that are there this morning, just stay on your toes as you head out on the roadways this early morning. That should be coming your way within the next, say, 30 to 45 minutes. That being said, excuse me here, you have drier air coming across over the Four Corners region. In front of that, though, headed our way from the southwest is a whole lot of moisture. But unmistakably, though, you see a little bit of a dry slot working along areas right right by the Twin Cities there. You can see how it's a little bit darker there as I'm moving my cursor over it, right over towards Eau Claire. So that's a dry slot right now. And in fact, we even have here in La Crosse holding on to some sunshine as well as cloudiness in the forecast, believe it or not. Current temperatures for you, 57 on Ladysmith, 59 in Eau Claire. Good morning to you folks there. 66 in Sparta, and La Crosse is 67 degrees right now with 68 all the way down into Prairie du Chien as well as Boscoville. You can see the sky out there right now. It's a little bit more milky, getting into some of the areas right by the small ridging there. You can see a little bit of light patchy fog getting into some of the areas there. Holding on to Onalaska, you're looking at sunshine and of course the milky skies out there. The roadways are looking great. Everybody's doing fine on the roads. 67 degrees for you there. We'll carry over to how this all looks as we go to the afternoon. We're seeing a possibility of late day showers coming in, around 20% chance. So that's a low chance of that occurring. And eventually we could also see over in Eau Claire, you've got the drier skies, but by 7 o'clock, you could be in the mix with this, the light shower in your forecast. That's a look at your day today. Have a wonderful afternoon. Be safe out there.
In your morning consumer news, the Federal Reserve Board meets today to determine interest rates. Chair Jerome Powell is set to announce the panel's decision this afternoon. That'll affect the cost of auto loans, mortgages, and pretty much anything else you borrow money for. Amy Kiley reports on world events that experts say the Fed could also be considering.
Amid uncertainty about Mideast oil and the cost of tariffs, the Federal Reserve is set to announce interest rates today. Many analysts expect the board to hold rates steady. Some say the good news is
the hard data are showing that the U.S. economy is doing very well and inflation is very contained.
But experts say that's unlikely to override the Fed's concerns.
They are also anxious about what's happening to inflation because not just tariffs, but also because of potentially the oil spike that could come about if the oil production facilities in Iran were to be disrupted.
The price of oil is up sharply due to the conflict between Iran and Israel. Some domestic energy infrastructure in those countries is damaged. Experts say regional export facilities also are at risk.
If you have any type of attack on a facility in this environment, prices could go significantly higher. If you had real action in the Straits of Hormuz, that's back to triple digits.
Meanwhile, the pause on many so-called reciprocal tariffs is set to end July 9th. President Donald Trump says countries can avoid that by striking trade deals. He's back from the G7 summit with a signed UK agreement, but without final deals involving Japan, the EU, or Canada.
Watching closely for inflation to hit both markets.
3 Minnesotans are sick from recalled pistachio cream. Emek brand pistachio cream is being recalled. It's sold online to wholesale distributors, restaurants, and food service locations. The nut butter spread is used in desserts and ice cream. The FDA says one person has been hospitalized. The Senate passed the first bipartisan cryptocurrency regulation bill. The Genius Act is what it's called. It passed 63-30. It regulates stablecoin, a cryptocurrency tied to the U.S. dollar. Some Democrats say the bill lacks guardrails and could supercharge corruption. They point to the president's own cryptocurrency dealings. The bill now goes to the House. TikTok will live on for at least 3 more months. The White House announcing yesterday President Trump will sign another executive order this week to keep TikTok up and running in the U.S. The popular video sharing app was supposed to be banned in this country after its Chinese owner refused to sell it to a U.S. buyer by a January deadline. The president has kicked that down the line again. And that's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over to News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's got an update on our morning forecast.
Okay, as we go into it, once again, your temperatures are in the 60s down to the south along I-90. Up to the north, you're in the upper 50s to at least the middle 50s in the forecast there. We'll carry over to highs for the day expected. Well, you have a little bit of 80s mixed in around Eau Claire as well as Ladysmith. And once you get down to the south, La Crosse will be 79 degrees. You'll get into New Albany, 76 degrees. Walken is about 73 degrees. La Prairie du Chien about 74. And over in areas right by Viroqua, about 73 degrees. So a little bit cooler here for us locally. Warming up gradually as you get up to areas along I-94. Here's the deal, though. Some light showers will pop through the area, most of which will kind of maybe not hit the ground. So it's about a 20% chance of that occurring. Not much really occurring going all the way through Wednesday to finish out the day. But you do have some overnight storm activity that may pass through, sweeping across by Ladysmith and then turn into storm activity going towards Green Bay. Then you've got a light shower or two that may come back again as we go into the evening hours for Thursday, finishing out by Ladysmith and then turning into storm activity once again going towards Green Bay. However, this chance will have a better opportunity for storms coming in just before the sunrise time in the morning for Friday. You can see it all the way from I-94 stretching from Eau Claire as well as the Twin Cities going southward towards areas by leading to La Crosse as well as portions of Preston, and then tracking all the way to the southeast towards Viroqua, Sparta, Voguefield, and Boscobel, and then out they go. You'll see another round coming back again for Friday night. That's a bigger storm there. You can already see that by Ladysmith, brushing Eau Claire, and eventually you can see it continuing to enhance as it goes eastward out of the area and then tracks towards Green Bay. As far as Saturday is concerned, there's still an issue. We could see some overnight showers and storms, what you just saw tracking towards Green Bay, right? With that coming through, lifting up more so, and then kind of continuing on to the east and done out to Marquette and portions of Green Bay. You'll see as we go right through Saturday, it's a day of sunshine, so getting into mostly sunny skies for the better part of the day to partly cloudy conditions. We'll also see a little extra sunshine going into Sunday with most storm activity well to our north, cutting across into Canada as well. Then eventually we'll go into the overnight, going into more showers coming back again for Monday. Those showers and storms continue to track all the way through our area coming out from the southwest and finish out for the day, all the way from the north along I-94 down to the south along I-90, spreading southward even more so, but still across our whole region, bringing in some shower and storm activity all the way into Tuesday, with more showers possibly coming by with embedded storm activity working in between Eau Claire and La Crosse. So I-94 getting back into, again, storm activity back up along I-94 towards Eau Claire and Ladysmith, and then finishing out that way going into Wednesday with similar conditions. Let's take a peek here as what we've got going on for you over the weekend. I just want to show you this again as we slide back. You're looking at also alert day, Saturday going into Sunday. The heat index could be around 104 degrees for both Saturday and Sunday. So that is very cautious explanation of that occurring, and it can be quite dangerous. So please be careful.
All right, Art, thank you. Still to come for us, researchers uncovering a hidden factor that could be hurting children's cognitive and social growth. We'll tell you what it is and why dad could play a major role. And Wisconsin Supreme Court handing Attorney General Josh Kaul a major victory. We'll have those details after the morning sports blitz.
Coming up in the Blitz, the West Salem girls soccer team making final preparations before the biggest match in program history later this week. Plus the Brewers aiming for a win against the Cubs in the series opener. We're back after this.
Slow down.
Cut! I get it. Slow motion. Slow down geographic atrophy. But we don't need gimmicks. Stick to the facts. GA, the advanced form of dry AMD, can irreversibly damage your vision. But Syfovre is an FDA-approved eye injection that gives you the power to slow GA. Syfovre was proven to slow GA lesion growth over 2 years with increasing effect over time. It's the only treatment to slow GA in as few as 6 doses per year.
Don't take Syfovre if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye that may include pain and redness or are allergic to it. Syfovre can cause severe allergic reactions. Other serious side effects are eye infection and retinal detachments, severe inflammation of vessels in the retina, which may result in severe vision loss, wet AMD, eye inflammation, and an increase in eye pressure. Most common side effects are eye discomfort, wet AMD, small specks floating in vision, and blood in the white of the eye. Tell your doctor right away if you have any side effects.
Act on facts to slow GA. Ask your retina specialist about Syfovre. Nope, just the facts.
This is Tony, and this is Tony's Good Feet story.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job. Before my arch supports, I felt defeated, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I'm more positive.
Clinically proven, significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin is so ready for summer. Right on the Mississippi River, a perfect spot for fishing and fun. Surrounded by scenic bluffs and some of the best hiking and camping around, there's so much to explore. You can experience Prairie du Chien's fascinating history and unwind with live music events that feature the vibe you're looking for. Book your place to stay and discover more at prairieduchien.org.
BT
takes you where no one else can.
Everybody should be invited.
With exclusives.
It's a show.
Every night.
Only on ET. Weeknights at 6:30 on News 8.
Join us on June 28th at Van Riper Park in Onalaska.
Welcome to the Blitz. The West Salem girls soccer team was just 2 minutes away from seeing their season come to an end over the weekend, but some late match heroics propelled the Panthers to victory, and now they're getting ready to play in the school's first ever game at the state tournament. West Salem has been dominant this season with 16 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie, playing some of the best soccer on this side of the state. The team knew they had what it took to make a run at state, but seeing it happen in such a crazy fashion is something that they will always remember.
Honestly, I was just overly excited. I mean, I was stunned because we've never done that before, so it was crazy, but I was definitely excited.
And then it got to that mindset of like, we actually are going to state, and we were all just sitting there on the bus after we had won on Saturday. We're like, there's no way this is real.
Now the Panthers will have to play their best match of the season as they're up against Catholic Memorial, a team who has won 10 girls soccer state titles. The team knows it's going to be a tough task, but they are embracing that challenge and are looking to lock up a spot in the championship match on Saturday.
We know that we've made it so far and we've proved our worth, so knowing that if we just keep the momentum and keep up with the hard work that we've been doing all season, I think we can honestly either come out with a really good game on Friday or even just win.
We know we have a lot of leaders, a lot of seniors on this team that want to keep making history, want to keep pushing and keep fighting to the last whistle blow, and we know it's never over.
West Salem up against Catholic Memorial this Friday at 11 a.m. in Milwaukee. Crusaders were the runner-up last season. Winner advances to play Saturday at 4:30. And the Brewers looking to gain some ground on the Cubs in the NL Central, beginning a series from the Windy City. Wind or not, that ball a no-doubter off the bat of Isaac Collins, 2-0 Crew. Then 2 outs for Matt Shaw. He's going to spray one into the right center gap. That would roll all the way to the wall to allow Nico Horner to score and put Chicago on the board. Then the moment of the game in the 5th inning, Chad Patrick trying to dance around trouble. Grooves one to Seiya Suzuki, crushing that to left and gone. Brewers fall 5-3. Aquinas Blue Gold's in action later this morning at 9 a.m. We'll have highlights from that one at 6 and 10. That'll do for the Blitz. We'll see you back here later tonight.
This 4th of July at Home Sleep Express, raise the bar on your sleep and get up to $500 off and a free $300 shopping card on select Tempur-Pedic mattresses. And pay no interest for 5 years. Plus, get free delivery and setup. The Tempur-Pedic 4th of July sale at Home Sleep Express.
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We built it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
If nagging, persistent joint pain has upended your life, listen, there's a solution for long-lasting relief. No surgery, drugs, or downtime. QC Kinetics uses a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue in your knees, shoulders, hips, and more. QC Kinetics targets the source of your pain, not just the symptoms. Thousands of patients have experienced life-changing results, and they're right here. Find out if you're a candidate for this game-changing therapy. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation.
Hey guys, it's Brody from Great River Harley Davidson. I'm here to invite you to our grand reopening anniversary party on Saturday, June 21st. Come check out our fully renovated dealership with enhanced parts, award-winning service, and trend-setting apparel department. On June 21st, we'll have Brian Simpson from 95.7 emceeing our ribbon cutting. We have a bike blessing, hog roast, music by Brian Stein, and much, much more. Join us June 21st for Great River's grand reopening and anniversary party.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Masterforce Industrial Duty Steel Shelving is a storage solution designed to provide unmatched versatility for your workspace. Pick it up for only $219.79 after rebate. Masterforce gasketed totes are perfect for securing tools and accessories. They're waterproof and built to withstand impact and rugged conditions, making them perfect for any project. Pick one up starting at $14.99 each after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Jordan Rudolph, and I'm the owner of Unity Fitness. We just won Best Gym in Lacrosse and Best Personal Trainer in Lacrosse for the Best of in 2025. As our mission to serve and help have a positive influence on so many people, we can't thank you enough, the voters, for having our back and helping us spread that mission forward into helping more people in the area.
Thank you so much for trusting us with your goals and for 10 years of support.
We view people as more than a before and after. To see if you're the right fit for us or if we're the right fit for you, head over to unityfitnesspro.com and book your free discovery call with us today.
During the summer patio sale at Home Seasonal Concepts, when you spend $6.99 or more on patio, you'll get a $100 MasterCard rewards card and get an additional $100 rewards card for every additional $1,000 spent. The summer sale, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
Well, good morning to you. We have, again, some showers this early morning by Prairie du Chien. More about that in your forecast coming in just a moment.
Alaska residents are falling for a convincing email scam. We'll tell you what to watch out for in your inbox. And right now this morning, day 6 of the Israel-Iran conflict. President Trump weighing whether the U.S. should join the strikes. Weight loss drugs are getting cheaper. Which brand is cutting prices and who qualifies? Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. On this Wednesday, June 18th, we'll send it right over to News 8 Now meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's going to tell us what we can expect out there weather-wise today. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. We have about a 20% chance, ramping up to about a 60% chance of showers and storms this morning, going into the afternoon and into the evening and overnight. Here's the thing. As we go through the next couple of days, limited amounts of showers, but we will find ourselves getting into storm activity once we get into Friday, carrying over into Saturday. That possibility. Of course, the heat's going to be ramping up too, as well as we get into the latter portion of the week. First, we get into this shower activity that's going towards Prairie du Chien. I told you there's a storm or two embedded in there right now. It's exiting a little bit closer, but it's out a little bit more to the south of Prairie du Chien, going right back into Eau Claire. You have limited amounts of that storm activity or even shower activity for today, possibly coming in later on into the evening hours for you, while La Crosse, on the other hand, is holding on for this morning as a 20% chance around 10 o'clock, and once again in the 8 o'clock hour for your forecast. We'll see the shower activity mostly kind of stretching out towards Sheboygan as well as Milwaukee. You can see the storm activity there, but of course the light stuff is here for us in and out of it as we go through today, and then possibly in and out of it tomorrow, which is only about a 10% chance for tomorrow. Then by Friday, the possibility of some showers and storms coming back to the forecast will be returning. But for now, you can see the shower and storm activity with a different map I'm using right now, leaning towards Prairie du Chien, and that too is going in for the next, say, 30 to 45 minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. This morning, a major decision for President Trump. Sources say he's considering whether the U.S. should join Israel in strikes against Iran in an effort to stop Iran from building a nuclear weapon. Yesterday, the president claimed control over Iran's skies. CBS News' Jared Hill with the details.
Day 6 of the Israel-Iran conflict, and sources tell CBS News President Donald Trump is weighing whether the U.S. should join Israel's strikes on Iranian nuclear sites. A major focus, the deeply buried Fordow facility.
Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple.
Yesterday, the president met with his national security team in the Situation Room. The same day, he posted on social media, quote, "We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran," and praised U.S.-made defense systems. To date, Trump administration officials have said the U.S. is not involved in Israel's attacks, though the U.S. has been helping Israel fend off Iranian counterstrikes. Israel's military says it struck a centrifuge production site as well as several weapons production sites in Iran overnight. Meanwhile, sirens blared as explosions blasted over Israel, the country's Iron Dome intercepting Iranian missiles. Iran's supreme leader has vowed to show no mercy. President Trump, in a social media post, offered a direct warning, writing the U.S. knows where the supreme leader is hiding, calling him an easy target, though adding, "We are not going to take him out, at least for now." On Capitol Hill,
I'm hoping the president will not get involved with the war.
Lawmakers from both parties are now pushing to vote on measures limiting President Trump's ability to order strikes on Iran.
The State Department created a Middle East task force to help U.S. citizens and diplomatic missions. The agency issued do not travel warnings for both countries, Israel and Iran. And 48 hours before Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman was tragically killed, she expressed hope for people to talk more in person and spend less time online. Danny Spivak spoke with Hortman that day and has more from one of her final interviews.
After finishing the state budget, Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman invited me into her office last Thursday for a customary post-session interview.
Okay, Representative Melissa Hortman, Speaker Emerita.
Great. Our conversation largely focused on how the divided legislature managed to complete a budget.
When we were putting together the budget deal, I wasn't thinking a lot about politics or elections. I was thinking about what is the best deal we can put in place for the state.
Toward the end, though, we changed the subject to social media and how parties use them in campaigns.
Is that something you've made a concerted effort with, or?
Yeah, well, I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm a little bit older than the generation that's really good at social media. It's interesting to me, I wonder if social media didn't just peak a year or two ago and people are starting to talk to each other again, because I think we've all figured out that on social media, what you see is a reflection of your smallest social circle. So my hope is there's going to be a little bit of a resurgence of more mainstream media, but also just people having conversations with each other and not staring at their screens.
That answer is particularly enlightening given what happened after her assassination less than 48 hours later. In social media posts, Republican U.S. Senator Mike Lee of Utah seemed to make light of Hortman's murder, with references to Marxists and Governor Walz. Lee has since taken the post down after members of the media and Minnesota's U.S. Senator Tina Smith confronted him on Capitol Hill.
This is not a joke, and he needs to understand over 7 million people dialed into his message on social media. He has a powerful platform. He should not be using it to spread misinformation.
Minnesota Republicans also widely denounced Lee, including State Representative Harry Niska, one of the top Republicans in the House. Senator, I agree with you on many issues, but this is a very bad take on so many levels, he said. You should reconsider this one. Speaking more broadly about political rhetoric, Republican State Senator Zach Duckworth also called on everyone to do better.
Seek to take the temperature down, be very mindful of the words that we use, the things that we say, and just remember at the end of the day, we're all neighbors, we're all Minnesotans, we've all got families and loved ones, and let that be what we see first.
Which goes back to what Melissa Hortman said about social media last week in one of her final public statements.
I think we've had a phase of an addiction as a society to these little screens, and people are tired of it and breaking away from that, and I think that's healthy.
And a procession was held yesterday for the slain couple. They were transferred to a funeral home in the Twin Cities. Meanwhile, mourners continue to leave notes at a memorial inside of the state capitol. We're learning this morning the couple's golden retriever was also killed in the attack. Funeral details still haven't been released. One of two men accused in a Winona drive-by shooting appears in court today. Kamari Jatovan Jordan is accused of being one of the shooters in the May 24th drive-by. Police say 3 homes were hit then. One family watching TV when bullets hit their house. Nobody was hurt. The other suspect appeared in court Monday. Jordan is expected in court at 1:45. And if you see police near Cotter schools in Winona today, don't be alarmed. Law enforcement and school officials are conducting safety training at St. Nicholas Hall. You can find more details on Cotter Schools' Facebook page. And an email scam in Onalaska is targeting your money. It's so convincing, officials are warning residents about it. People there say they're getting emails claiming they owe the city thousands of dollars. The email includes an invoice asking for a wire transfer. The scam uses real employee names and even the city's logo. The IT director says scammers are using real information from meeting agendas to trick people.
This one is really difficult, even from an email standpoint. The only reason why you would notice that it's not one of our emails is our emails always end in onalaskawi.gov. This email ended in @usa.gov.
The city says at least 4 people have reported receiving the email. Wisconsin Supreme Court unanimously siding with Attorney General Josh Kaul. All 7 justices struck down lame duck laws requiring legislative approval for civil settlements. The 2018 law let the Legislative Budget Committee approve any settlements Kaul's office makes. Conservative Justice Hagedorn wrote the legislator can't control litigation the AG undertakes. And Kaul says the ruling will help his office more efficiently resolve cases, including consumer and environmental protection lawsuits. West Salem says no to parking limits on South Leonard Street. The village board rejecting a 2-hour parking limit proposal last night. The ordinance aimed to balance parking for businesses and customers between Hamilton and Elm Streets.
A quick tattoo takes about 2 hours. A lot of my clients take longer than that, and they need a place to park. I haven't had problems in the last 27 years I've been tattooing, and I haven't had problems at all. But if there is a problem, I'm willing to deal with it, and that's why I'm here tonight.
Village Administrator Teresa DeLong said the $75 fine was for compliance, not revenue. In your morning medical news, a new study shows fathers' mental health directly impacts their kids' development. Fathers' mental distress hurts children's cognitive and social emotional growth, researchers found. Men are at risk of depression and anxiety as they prepare for fatherhood, and those issues can cause them to be less sensitive with their children. And weight loss drug Zepbound just got cheaper. Eli Lilly cutting the price to $499 per dose for people without insurance. The move follows political pressure to lower drug prices. Competitor Novo Nordisk already dropped Wegovy to a similar price. We'll send it over to Art now. He's got an update on our morning commute.
Okay, as we go into it, moisture is headed our way. It continues to track into the region slowly but surely out of the southwest. We also have drier air right behind that, so a dry slot, so not much rainfall coming in our way as we go into Thursday. Current temperatures, you're rolling right into the 50s and the 60s, not much change over the last hour. 67 degrees for La Crosse and 59 over in Eau Claire. Prairie du Chien about 68 degrees with showers moving their area, and about storms coming in from the next hour or so your way, coming in from the southwest. We're looking at on Eau Claire right now. You're holding on to some milky skies out there. The winds are light currently, and unfortunately you're going to see on Alaska, there it is right there coming in. The roadways look great for everybody on the roadways. Winds are light for you as well. 67 degrees out there. Carrying into the afternoon, you're looking at La Crosse holding on to about a 20% chance of that bringing in some storm activity or shower activity going through the evening and into the late night and overnight hours. Not so much for Eau Claire today until about the 7 o'clock hour, so you're looking at increasing clouds and then diminishing clouds as you go right into the evening when this 20% chance does occur for your forecast. Highs today, well, you're going to be seeing numbers around, say, 73 to about 80 degrees, but most of the heat is by Ladysmith and Eau Claire today, believe it or not, and of course areas by Red Wing as well as Wabasha. You'll see more 70s down to the south, 79 for La Crosse and about 74 for Prairie du Chien. That's a look at your forecast. Back to you.
Coming up in your Morning Buzz report, a 1970s Saturday morning kids show is getting a reboot. We'll tell you which one and which big names are returning to produce it.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward.
Or get 0% APR plus $2,600 total value on this Sierra 1500 model.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Where there's a flooded basement, there's a solution. Where there are wet spots or musty smells, there's an answer. Where wood damage or dry rot is stealing home value, there's an expert. American Waterworks. For wet basements, wood damage, and effects of dry rot, American Waterworks professional crack repair, waterproofing, sump pumps, and vapor barriers provide long-lasting solutions to tough problems. Wherever moisture problems surface, there's an answer. American Waterworks. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
Find comfort in your world in a stressless recliner. Take a time out, have a seat, and enjoy a special offer from Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Save in an instant on stressless furniture at Drury's in Fountain. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless recliner, sofa, or sectional, designed with the world's most innovative comfort features. Don't wait. It's time for stressless. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Ryan wants to get every new device that's smart. I'm wondering, how can the internet handle all of this?
We have Spectrum Internet. We use it for everything. Homework, remote work from home, doing research for trips.
Spectrum Internet allows us to do things faster and more conveniently.
I feel like that's a win-win for everybody.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
There are days I feel stuck in my head. Even on an antidepressant, lingering depression symptoms can make it hard to break through. I wanted more from my antidepressant. I asked about Vraylar. Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant significantly reduces overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone.
Vraylar isn't approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slow or uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move, nausea, constipation, insomnia, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
Alrighty, where are we here? We're getting into some showers and storms to finish out the day. I want to get you straight out to tomorrow because not much is happening there as we roll into the next few days. We do have some wind gusts, though, coming in for Friday as well. We're going to be seeing these wind gusts really begin to stir up, holding on to 20 to 30 mile per hour winds, holding on to the forecast there for you. We're also going to see this continue on all the way through the day for Friday and going into the nighttime as well. So as that continues to move on, we're also going to be finding ourselves getting into the possibility of showers and storms on the forecast schedule here, too. Let's take a quick peek here. Let's get into it. We're going to hold on to this. We start off today with showers coming in from the southwest and continue to track all the way through the region until about 10 o'clock. You see it by La Crosse with a light shower, but the storm activity begins to increase once it leaves Boscobel in Richland Center, begins to pick up over Madison, and that continues to track all the way towards Sheboygan and Milwaukee. With that being said, we also have some light showers that pop through the area, most of which will be mostly mist, maybe some drizzle trying to hit the ground. It's too humid for it really to be successful to hit the ground today as we finish out by the 6 o'clock hour, though. We may see a light shower finishing out tonight as well, coming into the forecast area slowly but surely, but we'll see limited amounts going all the way through Thursday. You see a storm or two kind of sweeping in from Ladysmith, working towards Green Bay, with it turning into a storm there. Other than that, we're not going to see anything till late night, coming in from 9:45 at night, coming in by Ladysmith for Thursday, carrying over to more storm activity to continue all the way into areas by Green Bay again. However, Friday in the morning, just before sunrise, storm activity comes in along I-94 as well as I-90 from Eau Claire, extending in between the Twin Cities as well down to La Crosse. And that stays with us all the way to Preston as well, tracking southward, going towards Viroqua, Prairie du Chien, Boscobel, Richland Center, and then continuing on to Black River Falls as well as Sparta. Tracking out of the region by about 2 o'clock, we should be done. Then more showers try to come back again for Ladysmith up north along I-94 and northward. We'll see that continue on with another batch of that coming in by Friday night, finishing out at the 11 o'clock hour. These ridge riders will continue to bring in some larger storms, continue to push from Ladysmith, and that tracks all the way eastward out towards Green Bay. We'll see more showers and storms coming in possibly overnight, but they're going to begin to lift up out of the region, so that will be out of our way as we finish out going into Saturday, going into the afternoon with a nice day of mostly sunny skies, winds coming out of the southwest, continuing on all the way into Sunday, where you're seeing warmer conditions and drier conditions in the forecast. We're talking about 97, at least up to about, say, 96 degrees for your local temperatures. As we finish out over the next few days, getting into your local forecast, we're going to be holding on to possibilities of conditions to play out, at least getting into your forecast by about rainfall coming in for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Back to you.
In our Morning Buzz report, beloved Food Network star Anne Burrell has died. She was found unresponsive yesterday at her home in New York. Cause of death has not yet been released. Burrell became a household name through shows like Worst Cooks in America, Iron Chef America, and Chef Wanted. She was 55. R. Kelly was hospitalized after overdosing on prison medication. The disgraced R&B singer's lawyers say prison staff gave him that medication. 2 days later, he was removed from the hospital against medical advice. He was set for surgery for blood clots in his lungs. The Bureau of Prisons declining to comment. Kelly is serving 30 years for racketeering and sex trafficking. The 1970s Saturday morning kids show Land of the Lost is getting a reboot. The show followed dad Rick Marshall and his kids Will and Holly, who find themselves trapped in an alternative reality after surviving the greatest earthquake ever known. And the Academy is honoring 4 Hollywood legends for their impact. Tom Cruise, Dolly Parton, Debbie Allen, and Wynn Thomas will all receive honorary Oscars at this year's Governor Awards. That award celebrates a lifetime of exceptional achievement, major contributions to film, or outstanding service to the Academy. Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8. We've got Evelyn turning 8 years old today. She loves to go fishing, as you see here, and practicing gymnastics. And Evelyn, today is National Go Fishing Day. Perfect for your birthday. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we would love to feature them. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab. Stay with us. We have everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less, just after the break.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, we are covering the shocking death of Food Network chef Anne Burrell at just 55 years old. We will take a look at her life and legacy and speak with her colleagues. Plus, in a special edition of Talk of the Table, an emotional update on the breast cancer diagnosis of Inside Edition correspondent Allison Hall. We will show you what happened when she came face to face with the celebrity that she says saved her life. And we all know moms are the backbone of families, right? Well, now there is new research confirming women shoulder much of the family's mental workload, planning and scheduling. But what type of impact is that having on their mental health? We will ask Dr. Sue Varma an important conversation, so stick around. We will see you at 7.
During the summer patio sale at Home Seasonal Concepts, when you spend $6.99 or more on patio, you'll get a $100 MasterCard rewards card and get an additional $100 rewards card for every additional $1,000 spent. The summer sale, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
You're young, but your bathroom is old. I get it. I visit my kids, grandkids, my precious great-grandkids. Doesn't fit their lifestyle. Not safe. Old and ugly. You'll be amazed at the transformation you can make in just a few days. New tub and shower with all new fixtures, new toilet, new sink and vanity, new flooring, at an investment much less than you might think. Call the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate on your new bathroom.
If nagging, persistent joint pain has upended your life, listen, there's a solution for long-lasting relief. No surgery, drugs, or downtime. QC Kinetics uses a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue in your knees, shoulders, hips, and more. QC Kinetics targets the source of your pain, not just the symptoms. Thousands of patients have experienced life-changing results, and they're right here. Find out if you're a candidate for this game-changing therapy. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation.
Did you know that when you buy from Maury's, you get Maury's Promise? Maury's will always offer you our best price first, upfront, pure and simple. And our product specialists are commission-free, so there's no haggling necessary. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on new vehicles covers your engine and transmission nationwide for life. Also, our powertrain warranty on Maury's certified pre-owned vehicles covers you for 10 years, 100,000 miles, and much, much more. Maury's.
Buy one rug at sale price and get another one free. Find your perfect rug match when you choose from 30 different patterns, sizes, and shapes. Our rug experts in every showroom are ready to help. BOGO Rugs, going on now at Homeworld Rugs.
What is a hero? Not the kind from comic books and movies, saving the day. We're talking about everyday heroes. Those with a special kind of courage or ability. Those saving the day, one person at a time. News 8 Now wants to find those heroes and thank them for bettering our community. Go to news8000.com, click on Features, then Hometown Heroes to nominate someone you feel is truly a hometown hero. First warn weather on News 8 Now.
The Brewers are coming to the Coulee region.
And there she goes!
Yeah, you heard that right. All summer long, you can catch the Brewers right here and for free. No pay-per-view, no subscription, just good old reliable free TV the way the baseball gods intended. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the action as News 8 now brings you 10 games throughout the summer.
A grand slam for Christian.
The Brewers playing here? You're welcome. The Milwaukee Brewers on News 8 Now.
There's a lot happening in your world. Get a first look from Ken and Emily on News 8 Now at 5. Rough weather ahead? Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart tracks the storms, warns you first, and keeps you safe. Every weekday right here at 5 o'clock.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
And it is time to grab a fishing rod, some bait, and head to the water. Today is National Go Fishing Day. For many people, fishing is a great way to disconnect and relax. Whether you're looking for dinner or doing catch and release, it's an activity enjoyed with others or solo. You anglers can post your catches to the hashtag National Go Fishing Day, otherwise known as Evelyn's birthday. Time for your morning news now. President Trump is weighing whether to join Israel in striking Iran's nuclear sites. The decision comes after Trump met with his national security team. He posted a direct warning to Iran's supreme leader, calling him an easy target. Trump said the U.S. would not take him out, at least for now. Some lawmakers, even Republicans, want to limit Trump's ability to order strikes.
I'm hoping the president will not get involved with the war. I think if the United States actively bombs Tehran, the possibility of negotiation goes out the window.
It comes as the State Department has issued do not travel warnings for Israel and Iran. Mourners gathered at the Minnesota State Capitol to remember Representative Melissa Hortman. Yesterday, a procession took Hortman and her husband's bodies from the medical examiner to a funeral home. Authorities say Vance Bolter shot the pair Saturday morning. He also shot State Senator John Hoffman and his wife.
The division needs to end. There was a time not that long ago when we could all work together and whatever steps we need to get back there. I don't know how we do it, but we all have to try.
Vance Bolter is due back in court June 27th. An email scam in Alaska is targeting your money. It's so convincing, officials are warning residents. People say they're getting emails claiming they owe the city thousands of dollars. The email includes an invoice. Here it is, asking for a wire transfer. The scam uses real employee names and even the city's logo.
This one is really difficult, even from an email standpoint. The only reason why you would notice that it's not one of our emails is our emails always end in onalaska.wi.gov. This email ended in @usa.gov.
The city says at least 4 people have received the email so far.
Well, early morning showers happening as we go right over towards Prairie du Chien. The storm activity is working its way a little bit closer now, just about 40 minutes away. You're going to be seeing that coming through the area there. Good chance to mow your lawn today despite showing a little storm activity because it's going to be pretty sparse working in the area today. Thursday, you've got a good chance of that happening as well because most of it is going to be nighttime storms coming over the forecast tonight. Friday, more nighttime storms coming in with in and out showers coming in. So the yellow light coming in for Friday. As we roll right into the next 5 days, holding on to at least getting into this weekend. 104-degree humidity moving into the forecast. In the forecast, there at least the heat index at 104. Temperatures will be in the 90s. Holding on to conditions to be like this for your weekend. 97 for Saturday, 96 for Sunday. A weather alert day is in effect.
All right. I asked for it. I can't complain, right, Art? Thanks for waking up with us. Coming up at noon, we'll continue following that developing story out of the Middle East as the president continues weighing whether or not to conduct strikes on Iranian nuclear targets.